Hello, Beyonce knows. Trying to check around. Did you guys get notifications for my live stream? Weird. Girl, I got 68 and my plan was down. For math class? For your math class? Trying to. So means that you'll pass then. Did you guys hear the fan? Oh, wait. Yeah, means that you pass, right? Means that you pass the exam. Eh, shit. Hello, Kelly. Hello, welcome. Hello, list. Wait, I will order a new webcam next week. I hope it's not gonna be like blur. Roxanne. So this is new deck, of course. It's called Divine Animals Tarot. I think it talks about like what are animal spirit that with you, something like that. I know. Roxanne. I'm good. I feel good. So Beyonce means that you pass the exam, right? Here in Malaysia, if you're like 50 and um, above 15, you'll pass. Below 15, you'll fail. If it's in Malaysia. Rockstar. Did you guys get notification from my live stream? This is weird. Thank you. Oh, Roxanne. Roxanne. Okay. Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. What was that? This is weird. Yeah, that is why no people come in. I got notification actually. Now it's 4 people here. Hello. So I bad that you guys didn't get notification. Well, YouTube acting shit. So today's I will give a message from this deck, Divine Animals Oracle. Okay. Yeah, it's already 7 hours. Sorry, not 7 hours. Sorry, 7 minutes. So Divine Animal Oracle. Okay, from Stacy DeMarco. So this card talks about the voices and energy of our animal skin have always been a part of our human experience across most culture and time frames. So the story of their relationship with the goddesses and gods and wind the two energy into the divine form. So now it is a time for us to reconnect with the powerful partnership. So featuring animals and mythos from across the planet, this unique oracle is not only truly beautiful but will deliver accurate and compassionate insight to the reader. Okay, so this is what it is. I mean about the card, and there's like a 5 people here. Wait, yeah, there's like a 5 people in the chat in the stream. So if you guys want to be at it, make sure you guys like the live stream first, and then type LIKED on the comment section. Dynamite. Da, na, 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 na. Even though I don't like BTS. Da, 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 dynamite. So this is the front of the card, and this is how it looks like. Ta-da! Yeah, the song gets stuck in my head too. The Dynamite. It is. I love this one. Let me ask my mods. Hmm. you guys get weird. Hello. If you guys want to be added, make sure you guys like the live stream first and then type LIKED on the comment section. If you are new here, make sure you guys subscribe and hit the bell button, the bell notification, so you guys get notified from my live stream. Okay. And again, if you guys want to be added, make sure you guys like the live stream and then type LIKED on the comment section. Right, Maria. So yeah, I only give you guys message from the Oracle deck. That is for free. And if you guys wanting to have a general reading, donations are welcome for $5.55. Thank you for the likes. So here we go. So when I'm pretty sure the people not getting a notification, which is kind of like sad. Yeah. From uh, uh, people sleep. So it's all right then. We're gonna start doing the reading. Weird. Right. Let's go Beyonce. Beyonce first. Okay. Let me. Okay. So I'm gonna have two. Right. Beyonce. What's the divine animals for Beyonce? Our Queen Bee. Mhm. Queen Bee. Let's go. Queen Bee. Alright. So you've got Swan. This is your divine animals. Okay, animal spirit, which is the swan. Swan like do 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 do. Okay. Swan. So let's go. One time. Swan. This is number 20. This was Tiffany's and bottles and bubbles. Susan getting in trouble. Lashes and diamond TA machines. Favorite thing. Be a savage. Yeah. Alright. Wow, there's a lot. This is good. Okay. There are a lot of meaning actually. So divine spirit for Beyonce is Swan. So Swan It talks about beauty. Beauty is all around us. If we care to observe, if we care to observe it, the natural world provides so much of it. So, however, remember beauty is highly subjective. Love yourself first and know yourself. Look for the beauty in the situation and ask your about and ask and your question will be answered. So mythos, the myth, it is the Greek god of light. Okay, about this one. So, um, it is the Greek god of light, music, healing, and prophecy. Apollo, who is most closely linked with the swan. So, Apollo's mother, Leto, caught the eyes of the king of the gods, Zeus. She refused him, so he turned his form into a swan and seduced her. Leto gave birth under duress on the island of Delos to twins. So both are March, the formidable Artemis and the beautiful Apollo. So, as the god of music, Apollo loved to hear great musicians play and would often come down to earth to hear and blast great music. One of his favorite was a human called Cygnus. Cygnus. For many years, Apollo listens to Cygnus' sublime music until one day Cygnus died. Sad that he would never hear such music again, Apollo turned Cygnus into a swan and elevated him into the night sky among the stars. So this is how the constellation of Cygnus came to appear in the sky. As a healer, referred to by the word pained. Okay, Apollo had a chariot pulled by swan, and where possible, his temples had a swan that had made their home there. So swan are associated with love and beauty in the Greek culture and were sacred protector animals. It was also believed that swan would be mute until they were close to death. Then they would sing a stunningly haunting and beautiful song to the god. So this is the origin of the term swan song. Alright, so the animals, so there are 7 living species of swan, all having similar physical characteristics, including the long, elegant neck. 5 species are found in the northern hemisphere and 2 in the southern. So all swan at one time were thought to be white, but then the Australian black swan was discovered. So swan do normally mate for life, but if a mate dies or is unable to breed, the other swan will find a new mate. Once constructed nests are vigorously defended. So there has even been an episode recorded of a human drowning when attacked by a swan defending its nest. So the swan magic is pure and grateful. It is perfect to use for love working and also when you wish to find more beauty in our world. So everyone could do with a bit more beauty in their lives. Symbology. So the lyre, the Cygnus constellation, Apollo chariot, Apollo riding a swan, Leto with the swan. So your status range from at least concern to threaten. Okay, so that's for this one. All right. So next will be Michelle. Interesting. I mean, interesting for me. Michelle. Am I buffering? Michelle. Haley. Sorry, Haley. I'm buffer? Haley. No, you're good. Thank you. All right, Haley. Ooh, look at this. Pretty big. Fruit bat flying fox. Or flying fox. This is the divine spirit for you. This is your divine spirit animals. Okay? Fruit bat or slash flying fox. Wait. Alright, let's go. It's number 12. Right. So fruit bat or flying fox, which is there is a specific name which is T. Pteropus samonensis. Samanco. Okay, this card it refers kindness. Okay, this card it refers kindness also. So choose kindness, which isn't always the easy way. Kindness will always be repaid. Consider others in your decision, especially those with less power than you. Repay your debt. Repay your debt. Spread the seeds of goodwill, and your fortune will grow. So let's hear the myth. All right. So Princess Liutoji was royalty from the Samoan Islands. So she was sent to Tonga to become the second wife of the king of Samoa at that time. So this was not a love match, as she once signed a part of peace treaty through marriage between the kingdoms. Although sealing alliance through marriage was a common practice, often those wives that were part of this kind of union were treated badly and looked down upon by the community. So one day, as she walks through the gardens, Lutoji discovered a baby bat that was sick and wounded. So she was kind and gentle woman, and in her mercy looked after the little bat until it was well again. So she then released it back into its colony. So this act didn't remain a secret, as the royal court watched everything Liu Tuji did. So the court laughed at her kindness and thought her weak and stupid, which made her an easy target when the king's fortune declines. So the royal court suggested that it was Liu Ji who caused the king's problem, and they decided to kill her by burning her on a fire. So the flames were lit, and the flames rose to engulf Liu Ji when suddenly the skies darkened. So the baby bat in his family had not forgotten the kindness of the princess and had come to help her. Wow. Thousand upon thousand of bats flew above the fire, urinating down on the flame to extinguish them. So Liu Tuji was safe, but her trial were not yet over. This is really interesting story. So frustrated, the Tongan king exiled her to a very small island with nothing to eat. So the island was completely barren. So the king and his court were sure that Lutoji sorry, would soon starve. Again, the fruit bats assisted her. They brought her food, including fruits and seed, and they kept her happy with their smiling company. Soon the island became one of fertility and plenty, as many of the bats made it their new home. The kind princess was very happy, and she became a goodness of plenty of and fertility, and the patron's protector of all bats. So the animal. So the Samoan flying fox, which is Pteropus samoensis, is a protected animal in Tonga and Samoa because of these beautiful myths. A mammal is the largest flying fox in the Pacific, with a wingspan of up to 1 meter. Unusually, this species does not form large colonies, but exists as a monogamous pair with children. So fruit bats, which are also known as a flying fox, play a key role in pollination and seed dispersal throughout their habitat. So rather than using sonar, they have keen eyesight and hearing, and they are also very intelligent. They suckle their young and are caring parents. So the magic fruit bats are a vital part of the ecosystem. ensuring seeds are spread and fertility on of the land is secured. The energy here is one of the fertility and plentifulness. Invite flying fox energy into your working when you wish to invoke more kindness to fertility. So symbology, fruit bat, seed, baby bat. Status of least concern and declining due to the habitat loss. So look at the I hope you can like you hear the stories of this. This wish is really good about the queen, not the queen, yeah, princess, about Princess Lutuji, and also the bat and how kind she is, and then the bat, and then this bat like help her back. That is why this refers to the kindness. Like your that is why, I mean, maybe you like to help people, you're very kind to people, you always like support people. That's what we call as the kindness, your kindness, which is good. Little bit, but I'm on my phone now. So it's good now. Yeah. Yeah. So that's for what's her name again? Haley. All right. Next is Maria Mary. Hello, Blue. Hello, Blue. Hello. All right. Let's go. How is everyone? Good. Haley Stanfield. Kidding. All right. Mary. Tired. My eyes are hurting. What about you? Yeah, because you haven't slept yet. All right, let's go to Mary. What is the spirit animal for Mary? Right, there you go. Wow, tiger. Did you already like the live stream? Blue Nile. So there you go, tiger. Ra 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 ramar. Okay. So tiger. Look at, I don't know if you can see. There's like a background like a Hindu thingy with a tiger. Right, let's go. Tiger. T. Tiger. Number 34. 34. Right, tiger. Okay, so tiger, which is Panthera tigris. That is the specific name, which is refers to will. Willing, will, and such. Little Bali girl. Bali girls, don't get her. No, Blue Nile was the last, I guess. Yeah, Blue Nile's last. All right. Look here. Okay, here we go. Be sure you like the live stream, P-Fate. So, will. So exercise your will and determination in ethical ways. Do not place your wills over another's. You do not have control over anyone but yourself, Mary. Do not be afraid to be fierce, especially as a woman. We can ride our healthy anger, but we must eventually transform it into something more useful. Okay? So let's hear the myths. So Durga came riding into people's lives on the back of a snarling tiger. She was a warrior and carried weapons to subdue and destroy. So yet her face was serene and calm. It was the evils of life she was after. The false illusions, the damaging rage, the petty jealousies, greed, and anything that the will may choose to harm. So the Hindu goddess Durga is the embodiment of the powerful feminine energy of Shakti, and she wields it mightily to make the way clear. She protects the natural order of nature and the nature of the self. So she rides herd tiger to preserve the will we have towards who sorry we have towards what good we can do and towards subduing the negative parts of our will that we may wish to place upon others so we are not controlled by these impulses. So she swings her 8 arms and destroys what is evil. Not only does Durga grab the tiger by the tail, she rides it. So the animal, one of the most recognizable animals on earth due to their markings, the tiger is a part of Panthera genus. Tigers are the largest of the big cats, and even tigresses are capable of taking down prey in excess of their own body weight. So, tigers are found in Russia, Asia, and India, with the largest population in the latter. They are diurnal carnivorous hunters eating small to medium prey such as antelope, pigs, monkeys, and deer, and sometimes bird and fish. So they tend to be big eaters and consume huge amounts of flesh, up to 30 kilograms in one sitting. They are good swimmers. So tigers are territorials and range over very big territories, enjoying a variety of habitats. So this has become a problem as most tigers now live in countries where the populations of human is dense and their habitat has been much reduced. So tigers have been known to kill and eat humans, but this usually occurs when they are being hunted by humans. So the magic Tiger's magic is wild and mysterious. So it is the energy we can use to counter jealousy, threat, and rage. It is a highly protective and helps us find a more resourceful way to deal with difficult situations and people. Tiger magic is a feminine in aspect, and women can use it to help them gain confidence and to find their healthy fierceness. From symbology, stripes, glowing eyes in the dark, woman riding tigers. Status: there are currently less than 4,000 tigers in the world. They are critically endangered. So let's save this habitat, everyone. Okay, so let's go to tiger is the biggest cat. Yes, so let's go to blue. It's dark, dark. All right, Blue Nile. Let's go to Blue Nile. What is the spirit animals of for Blue Nile? Divine animals. Um, no problem. Divine animals. Let's go. All right. I've got hair. Hair. Cycles hair. What is that? Bunny? I see a lot of bunny. It says hair. This is you. Just I only give messages from Oracle deck, which is called, which is from Divine Animals, Wild Rabbit. So this is you, okay? Look at that. New subs. Make sure if you guys want to be added, make sure you guys like the live stream first and then type like LIKED on the comment section. Then my mod will add you. So hair number 31. So hair lapis SPP. So this is talks about cycle. Okay, this is refers to a cycles. So follow the cycles of nature and you will be rarely disappointed, as energy travels in cycles. Seek balance. There is a time and season for everything plants. cannot blossom all the time, so be patient. So myth Eustre, the goddess of spring, and her hair were walking at dawn on the crisp morning at the beginning of season. So the morning was a very beautiful yet still cold, as the winter snow had begun to melt. So as they walked, they came upon a small bird dying in the freezing but melting snow. So distressed at its conditions, Ilstri picked up the tiny soul and tried to revive and warm it. But its life was too far gone to save. Feeling love and pity for the creature, Estro transformed the bird back into an egg, giving it a chance to be born again. So she placed the egg upon the earth and it hatched. Out came another hare, a match for her companion, and the three of them continued their journey. So the hare has been part of the mythos of every culture in whose countries they have made their home. Hares are very commonly linked with the lunar cycle. If you look up, you'll see the shape of the hare on the moon. Yeah, probably. And in stories of fertility and love, the constellation Lapis is a hare. So the animal, hares and jackrabbits are part of the genus Lepus. They are found in Africa, Eurasia, Japan, North America. So hares, in particular the European hare, and incredibly athletic animals and are able to move very quickly. So they have been timed at over 65 kilometers per hour with leaps up to 1 meter at a time. So their speed is a part of their defense against predator. So hares are well known for their pre-mating in mating behaviors, which is why they are often seen as being symbols of fertility and fecundity. So in spring, hares can be seen wrestling and punching each other, rising up, and their hind legs are acting aggressively. The radical behavior has been demonstrated not just in males but also in breeding females. They saying mad as a March hare relates to this somewhat frenzied time, spring in the northern hemisphere. So the European hare has very long breeding cycle of 8 months from January to August, with continual cycles of reproduction until the hiatus in breeding. So the male's genitals reduce in size and no mating occurs from September to December. By the peak reproductive period, March, some females may be pregnant with up to three fetuses. Contrary to popular belief, hares generally do not give birth to or raise their young in burrows, instead creating a nest of grasses called a form. The young are born with eyes open, so they are as ready as they can be to hide from predator. So the hair magic has always been linked to the lunar cycle and the fertility um, cycles of women. So for those who wish to achieve a pregnancy, call in hair magic to help you conceive or balance your cycle. For those who are not interested in reproduction, hair magic can use to quicken up the pace of an outcome or to increase your connection with other cycles. So symbology, hair on the moon, dancing hairs, running hairs, status of least concern. Alright, so this is you here, a cycle, which just talks about cycle. So if you are not in a relationship or not married, it says like this is for quicken up the pace of an outcome or to increase your connection with other cycle, other good things. Tracks FM. Right? Not having any babies. No, no, no. We connect to the moon too. Yes, the hair. Because you are this one. This is such a late response, but I just woke up. Sorry to scroll and saw your message. Yash. Alright, let's go to Bali Girl. Bali Girl, don't get. Taga barok present to balik budget ko pa tulaga tal. Alright, Bali. Bali Girl, don't get hurt. Right, what is the spirit animals of you? Look at that. There's like a door open for you. You are learning. Okay, sacred ibis. This is you. Okay, sacred ibis. Number 22. So it talks about learning. Okay, you can find the ibis in Egypt. Lots of reference to the ibis in ancient Egyptian scripture and text. Okay, so sacred ibis. There is like right. Wait. 22. So it talks about learning. The specific name is Trichiornis Ethiopicus. So learning. So the getting of wisdom takes time. So be patient with your learning and delve deeper. Continual learning is a keystone to growth. You will succeed in your exams or study, while everyone has a source of wisdom within them. Not everyone chooses to exercise it. If you cast a magic, do not it with full knowledge of the consequence. So, myth: the ibis-headed god thought was the most powerful god of magic in all worlds. So it is said that he told the goddess Isis what powerful spells to use to resurrect her dead husband Osiris, and it was he who assisted her again in knowing the words to remove the poison from her son Horus. All books on magic and invocation were to be authored by Thoth, and those who were writers channeled his energy. He authored one book that was so powerful no human could read it without dying. So Thoth was also the god of learning and knowledge, and the ibises were encouraged to be present around places of learning and libraries. The ancient Egyptian felt that the ibis was the living representations of the god on earth. They took thousands of ibises from their captive flock, mummified them, and placed them as of offerings within Thoth's temple. So the animals, like all ibises, the sacred ibis is the most distinctive because of its head shape and long curved beak. They are also unusually quiet when compared when compared to other ibis species. So ibises have bald heads, long necks, and fine long beaks that are adapted for use in mud and water. So they are migratory birds that breed in the sub-Saharan Africa and Iran. So and have a wingspan of around 1.2 meter. Ibises thrive in marshy environments and eat frogs, fish, crabs, and insects. So they use their long beaks to stir up the mud and capture prey. Fairly social birds, they tend to forage for food in groups of a few dozen or more. This is probably for safety reason and to help stir up the prey from the mud. Ibises have adapted quite well to urban environments and in some countries are viewed as as being past bird. They live around 20 years in the wild. Wow. So the sacred ibis was revered creature in ancient Egypt, representing Thoth, the god of wisdom and learning, so honor as a gift to Thoth. They were given full mummification and bred special, sorry, especially, oh my God, really, especially for the purpose. According to historical accounts from figures such as Aristotle and Strabo, ibises could be found in the streets of the cities, including Alexandria. I think Alexandria is in Turkey, something like that. I don't know. So Eva's magic inspired us to be curious and to learn more about the world. If we are student of any kind of wish to know a subject more deeply, we can call upon this energy. Thought teaches us that while we can seek counseling from others, often our best and first port of a call is actually ourselves. So symbology, men with an ibis head, lunar disk, book of knowledge, Egyptian alphabet, status of least concern. So that's the ibis, something that you learn. Hello, Bilal. Can find okay. What is the god of knowledge, magic, and wisdom? Word the emerald tablets. I can see the La, la.
Tsaka, kaka,
Ah,
kasi versi ito, apa, ito misin maso ito, nanti pa si aadat ang mikin.
sa pami din sini.
Tidak pa may pigamit ya.
Oh, sab kayo mo pi batu putih jual lepas ni mau tiru sana kan?
Kita pa.
Ah, kala. Hello, Chantel. Hello, Balnor. Did you already like the live stream? There is in Egypt. Oh, there used to be a big entrance library there, but it's burned it down, I think. Makes sense since daughter represented knowledge and library. Yes. I'm going to get some breakfast, but thank you for the meeting. Hope everyone had a good day. You too, Blue Nile. Hey, Chantel. Oh, wait. Aduh. I'm all right. Should I sing a one song? I don't know what this card's for actually. But this card is pretty interesting. Like it's for like there's like a myth. There's like a stories behind the picture. Yes, I want to sing a song. After that, we'll give it Chantel.
Is ready to pair.
Can I have one? Yes. Oh yeah. Before I start. Okay, let's go do this first. All right, Chantel, Divine Animals Oracle, deep wisdom from the most sacred being in existence. This is my new Oracle deck. There is another one. I'm probably gonna use it on Monday. Okay, Chantel. It says Orca. Oh, the what's that called? The whales. The Orca. I've got an Orca for you. Number 30. Orca. All right. Let's hear what is this for. 30. Orca. Orsina's Orca. It says song lines. Okay. Yeah, this one is can sing, right? Wait. So here we go. You are walking in the bloodlines of your ancestors, sorry. But you are an individual who make your own destiny. Seek better communication with family, nourish yourself, and exercise extreme self-care. Share your skill with others. Okay, so let's hear the myths. In Inuit mythos, Sedna oh, was a beautiful maiden who refused marriage arranged by her father, instead preferring to commune with nature. Her father had enough of this disobedience and married her off to the very next hunter who came along, a man who offered much fish to the family. So knowing his daughter who resist, Sedna's father gave her a what? Sleeping potion to drink, and she awoke far from her home in the company of her new husband. So the trouble was this man was not a man at all, but a great petrel spirit bird that had disguised his true form. So Sedna found herself sitting in the giant nest, surrounded by thousands of screeching birds with no way home. So she cried out loudly. Sorry, she cried out so loudly in fear and anger that her father heard heard her. He sailed his canoe over the vast icy sea to rescue her from the nest. From the nest. Sedna and her father was attacked by angry birds as they began the paddle away, and the spirit birds wipe up a fierce storm that threatened to capsize their small vessels. So, in his fierce sadness, father pushed her overboard, hoping this would placate the bird husband and save his own life. So, Sadna managed to grasp the side of the canoe to stop herself from sinking, but in his panic her father cut off her fingers and she sank to the underworld of the ocean. So there she grew a fish tail and became a mistress of all. So her cut fingers transformed into beautiful sea mammals such as seals and whales. So which are integral to the survival of all Inuit. Her guardians The okras were her messenger and told of her to others. Sedna grants hunters upon the ocean a successful hunt, without which they would be extreme hardship and die. She provides nourishment in this unforgiving environment if a hunt is unsuccessful. So after all, there are no rich pastures or supermarkets to fall back on in the Arctic. So Sadna is seen in her shadow as back as a vengeful. So hunters give give gifts and song to her as they set out on their boats. In Sadna midst, good stewardship of the ocean finite resources is necessary and taboos are upheld to underline this, a lesson we could do well to maintain. So the okra is an iconic sea creature that has fired our human imagination for millennia. Written about by the ancient Greeks and Norman and Romans. So the opera is a part of the mythos and spirituality of a number of cultures, Siberian, Pacific Northwest, and Newfoundland indigenous peoples all depict the opera as being integral to their spiritual beliefs and art. So they honored the killer whales, especially in family or clan worship, and it is still part of their culture today. So the animal. So okra looks very distinctive. Their black and white skin is immediately recognizable. Their 50 interlocking inward learning teeth are perfectly designed for both hunting and echolocation, and it is estimated that a fully grown orca will consume about 200 kilograms of food per day. So they are highly effective hunters, thus the term killer whale, and they hunt in highly organized pods. So while these members of the dolphin families are incredibly physically, it is what scientists are just beginning to learn about their culture that is so interesting. So orcas live in matrilineages, okay, meaning they say in matriarchal lines, great grandmothers, grandmothers, mothers, and daughters, all with calves, travel in a one very stable matriline that is usually around five generation deep. A number of matrilines may make up a pod that comes and goes freely. All members of the pod use the same set of the sound and the song. It is their own dialect. So this language is an important part of the bonding of these families and in finding each other in difficult conditions. So the final grouping is a number of pod coming together in what scientists call a clan. When clans come together loosely, it is called community. While clans share similar language and ancestry, communities don't share language but do share territory. Sorry. For all their savage reputation, there has never been a fatal attack by an okra in the wild. In fact, the only recorded fatalities have occurred with the captive okras, and it is not known whether these deaths were accidental or deliberate attempts by the whales to cause harm. Wild okras have um, actually been recorded as being very friendly and cooperative with humans, assisting them to hunt. So the magic. Opera magic can be raised by singing your own song by the sea. It is a feminine magic that can be used to help heal breaches in a family relationship. So opera magic is also one that asks for self-care and nourishment. If you are feeling weak in your physical body or mind, especially with the issue of vitality or endurance, the power of the okra can be called upon and alive. So, symbology: woman underwater with a fish tail, woman with the spirit birds, woman in okra, black curved dorsal fin, so status and danger. Yes, this is endangered species. I mean, they all gonna be extinct. Yes, who's reading currently? Did you already like the live stream? This is not a reading. I don't call this. I mean, it's a message, free messages. I'm like a bird. Stay right together with you. You stay bright. You stay bright. Oh, my baby. Okay. I'm one of kind and should take care of myself more. Yes, it's a nice card. I need to look out for myself more. Communicate more with them. Yes! Disconnect for a minute. Okay. So no more? No more? Ow. No more people? Just lay back. Oh. Alright. Let's do this. Okay. So let's see. Hi, all things spoons. If you guys want to be added, make sure you guys like the live stream and type like LIKED on the comment section. Alright, so. And again, if you guys come to my live stream, make sure you guys read the title first. Because I'm so tired to explain the same thing, of course. Alright, so let's go to Bilal Noreen. Little right. This will right. Oh, my baby. All right. You've got lioness. Protection. Lioness. Okay. 21. All right. So, Panthera Leo, sorry, protection. You are strongly protected right now. Okay? So, you are invited to embrace your authenticity and to be unafraid to wisely express your emotion. To protect others, we must learn to develop strength in ourselves and to know the power of restraint, which is what real power involves. So, myth, let's hear the myth. So, in many temples outward, the lion-headed Egyptian goddess Sekhmet, stride powerfully towards the pharaoh. So her protection is extended to him and around him, effectively providing security and physically safeguarding him, particularly in times of war. After winning a terrible battle, Sekhmet maintained her battle rage, and a bloodlust. She looked around her and wished to still kill and spill blood. So the people trembled and the god noticed. So the god Ra turned to the Nile red so that it looks like a blood, and invited Sekhmet to quench her thirst there. So she drank and drank, but the river was not a blood but beer. Her bloodlust was crushed by her intoxication, and she became peaceful again. So in ritual, the priestesses of Sekhmet would intoxicate themselves and encourage worshippers to do the same in order to both connect themselves to the goddess and reduce her destructive energy. So the animals, lions have been referred to as the king of beasts because of their sheer power and proud war, while the lion's mane is probably the most recognizable things about this big cat. The lioness is the powerhouse of the two. Lionesses are hypercarnivores and do all the hunting, communicating to their pride members by complex verbalizations. Lionesses hunt in teams, teaching younger males and female of their pride how to hunt at the same time. So female are more than capable of bringing down large prey such as buffalo or giraffe that weigh over a ton. So in teams, lioness have even been able to bring down elephants. Females are social animals and live in the groups of relatives. There is a dominant male that provide protection that and mating opportunities. Although the females will get involved in defense, particularly if they have cubs. So the magic. If you have ever seen a lioness in the wild, you will immediately understand the nature of the magic of this magnificent feline. Lionesses are hugely powerful and work as a team to bring down prey and to protect the young. So this contrast of lethal power and tender protectiveness is the key to lioness magic. Plug into lioness magic in situations when you need responsible power and when you may need some help in restraining a destructive energy, such as a rage. Oh, my baby. Na, 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 na. Next is all things. Okay. A da 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 ba da da da. All things. All things. What is spirit animals? Divine animals. Sorry. Something related to animal. So new for me, this one. There's two cards. One card's only, please. Hey, da 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 da. There's a lot of cards coming out. My God, really? One card's only. Although, all things, all things. I've got gorilla for you. Gorilla, which is talks about peace. All right, let's go to the gorilla. Okay, let's go. 4 page. Oh my God. Okay, it's okay. So the gorilla, which just talks about peace. So to seek or negotiate for peace is a position of strength, not weakness. Choose peace rather than war. Strong leader lead by example. The greatest kind of strength involves restraint. Don't judge a book by its cover. So myth. Ni is one of the four sons of Zamba, the creator god of the Yaundi people of Cameroon in Africa. All of nature, including sky and stars, was made by Zamba. All things except human beings, he decided to give the job of creation to his four sons with the instruction that they make man into their own image. His four sons were Nikokun, the mantis who was wise, Wu the chimpanzee, who was curious, Otakun the lizard who played the fool, and of course Ni the gorilla who was strong. It is said that the Ni was in thick forest with his family of wives and children. A man decided that he wanted to see Ni for himself, as he thought he and his people may be stronger. So he followed Ni to watch him. He watched him rule over his realm in nature with fairness and peace. He watched him share food. He watched Ni settle argument and watched him gently play with the young ones. The man watched, but he didn't seeing he display any great strength. One day the man came into the clearing and threatened Ni. Ni did not react to the man's threats other than to ask Ni, who back to his own place, if this was this was how he wished to act. Finally, Ni stood up to leave, and he did. He picked up a huge stone boulder. He did not even face the man. He simply picked up the boulder and then set it down. He then returned to the forest. So the man realized he was just witnessed true strength, the kind that has at its heart restraint. So the animal, so white gorillas. This is okay. I don't have to explain the white about the animal, as we know the gorillas is almost also the same, and also in Africa. So the magic, everyone has heard of a King Kong. So perhaps the idea of guerrilla magic inciting peace and sociability may be shocking. We know of the huge physical strength of gorillas, yet this power is used with incredible restraint. So when you need to exercise the same restraint or you need to be the peacemaker in the situation, calling gorilla magic to assist. Okay, so this is yours, the divine animals for you, all things. It talks about peace. All right. Next is who's next? No more. No more. No more people. Sorry, yes, Yasi. I'm just giving you the message from the Oracle deck. If you guys wanting to have a general donations are welcome, okay? So let's go to Yasi Lee. You are a horse, which is refers to freedom. 24. Hmm. Oh, nama punya panjang. What the heck, really? So the horse, okay? There is a specific name which is Ecus ferus caballus, which is refers to freedom. Okay, horse is freedom. To be truly free, we must learn true independence. Trust yourself, as listening to people who may have other agendas is not the way to make good, clear decisions. So, individuation from our parents is a natural process, although it is often fraught with difficulty on both sides. Your true power resides in your ability to always know you have a choice and it's yours to make. All right, let's go to the the mythos. Okay, so there was once a young king who lived in the castle upon a great hill, who had just been newly crowned. So he began looking for a queen. He was out riding one day and saw a woman who was riding her huge white stallion as well, if not better than her rode. So her horse flew across the fields, and the woman's hair streamed long and wild behind her. So the king kicked on his horse, and after some time caught up with her. So her face was flushed, her smile bright, and her words joyful. So their eyes met, and they fell deeply in love. Aw. So after a time, the young king realized Rhiannon. Okay, for that was her name, who was loving, loyal, gentle, wise, and fair, was all he wanted in a queen. So he asked her to marry him, and she accepted with a grace. So Rhiannon's responsibility as a queen would now be taken over from the queen regent. And while it would be natural for the mother of the king to be pleased for her son, so secretly she was vastly jealous of her usurper and resented her loss of personal power. So soon a beautiful blue-eyed son with a star-like birthmark on his leg was born. So to protect him, Ryan kept her baby with her as she slept in her chambers. One morning when Ryan awoke, her baby was gone from her, and in his stead was a great deal of blood. She screamed in horror. The queen regent yelled, "Look! She has killed her baby! I knew she wasn't be trusted." Rhiannon insisted the baby had been taken, but the queen regent was not to be convinced. The king asked Rhiannon where the baby was, but she confessed she didn't know. So Ryan's son had been kidnapped by a queen regent in the night. She had killed a chicken and used its blood to make the sin against Rhiannon. So the queen regent had decided to raise the son as her own, and he was safe but hidden. Rhiannon was put on a trial and she made no defense, and so was found guilty of her son's murder. So the king, still so in love with her, could not kill her, but instead sentenced her to a job that would bring huge shame to her every day. So as the castle was up on a high hill, visitors were given a horse to travel to the top. Ryan's new job was to be take place of the one of the hard-working horses and carry people to the top of the castle on her back. So every day she struggled with her guilt, never raising her head. She slept in the stable with the horses curled up and crying. Ryan gradually became aware of the importance of the work that the horse did besides her. People could right, People couldn't get to the castle without them, and they bore the work with strength and focus. She also realized the horses were set free at night, and they ran, played, loved, and forged. Mindful of that moment, she decided that she too would follow their example, bearing the guest with strange and focus and enjoying her freedom at the end of the day instead of hiding in shame. So, on one of these evening walks, she saw the Queen Regent playing with a little boy in a lower county yard, courtyard of a farm. He was a small pony. She thought the king must have remarried quickly, so the small boy lost his balance and fell. The Queen Regent checked him over for cuts, and as she did so, the little boy's trouser leg was lifted, and there on his leg was a birthmark in the shape of the star. Rhino realized this was her own son and that she had been tricked. She called the local people together to witness the boy and confirm the mark on his leg. Happily, the king had not stopped loving Rhino and reinstated her as a queen, banishing his mother into exile. So Rhino never forgot the lesson of the horses who had worked besides her. And from then on, no horse was a beast of a burden in their kingdom, but instead of a symbol of power and freedom. So mythos about horses or featuring horses deities encircled the world wherever horses were found or heard of. Deities linked to horses include Epona, Etain, Apollo, Poseidon, Rishab, Suna, Odin, Neptune, and Questor. So the magic, okay. Horse magic is profoundly free and powerful. To ride a horse at full gallop is to experience a sacred bolt of the most primal liberty. Sorry. When you are feeling trapped or small, expand your field by calling for their energy. There is also a long history in physical and mental healing with a horse energy, and this can be used when you are ill or unstable. So, horse energy invokes a calm and solid presence and can be used to quick your spirit if you are feeling disturbed. Horse magic is also an expression of trust. A powerful horse could go anywhere it wants, yet it is willing to be led. A person trusts the horse to be sure-footed, leap and run away from danger, while the horse trusts the human to be its partner, to not hinder, to take care of it, to guide it. It can be a very deep bond if you allow it to be. If you are ever doubting yourself or feeling trapped, engage some horse power, expand your field by calling for their energy. No other motherfucker exists. Hey, Christina. Who's ma'am? Who? I don't know who that is. All right, last list close then. Last one is Christina. Christina. Darn. There's a load. Card come out. Right. I've got the links for you. Secret. It just talks about secret. Number 2. Yeah. Hey. Da, 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 da. No, my name is not Mame. My name is Zoe. Okay, let's go. Links. Philaday, which is refers to secret. Alright. So your word is your bond. Do not gossip or entertain gossip, as all may not be as it seems. Be shrewd about who you share your confidential information with. A little mystery can be a good thing, but keeping secrets that are detrimental to others may not be. There is some new worth sharing, but be discerning. All right, let's hear the mythos. All right, so after men had suffered many famines, the goddess Demeter decided to share the secret of agriculture with humans. There was a sacred field of wet grain in Eleusis that when it grew was golden. As it was enchanted, it would grow and prosper, always providing enough to eat. One of Demeter's favorites and devout, the son of the good king Celeus, was Triptolemus. Demeter thought this man would be the ideal person to spread the seeds of the special grain and impart the wisdom of how to grow it. Sorry. So she shared the secret with him and led him her own chariot pulled by two mighty serpents and instructed him to teach men how to work the fields properly. Triptolemus was a fine man and did what the goddess had instructed. He worked his way through Europe up into Asia, and ended up far away in the land of Scythia, where he met the king Lincus. So Lincus realized the incredible value of the secret that Triptolemus had held and wanted this power and status for himself. He snuck into Triptolemus' bedchamber and raised a sharp dagger over his heart to kill him in his sleep. But this mighty Demeter saw this. She stopped Lincus and transformed him into a lynx. Wow. A secretive animal, so he would hold Triptolemus' secret himself forever. So the magic. Lynx magic can be utilized when you need to keep a secret or stop gossip. It is the perfect magic to weave when you are making a vow to yourself or another. A magic that is wild in its nature but focused in its intent. Ensure you are clear with your intention up front. To stop being I feel like they telling. Oh, I forgot, Christina. When is your birthday? I know you're a Taurus, but when is your birthday? When is your birthday again? Oh yeah. Stop being nosy. Ah, April 24. Okay. It's you. Don't forget my birthday. Tomorrow will be my birthday. Kidding. Hey, da 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 da. So let's Zumba. Kidding. What is this? Ew. Weird. Can I? No. Your birthday will be next year. On December 2. Nope. Ugh. Who's that? Let's sing a song. I want you guys to cry. Let's cry. Let's cry together. I don't want to make you guys cry. I'm just joking. Okay, let's sing a song from Adele. Tom, no, Tom's working right now. He's working. He's not gonna be here around. Don't make me cry. Oh, working on Saturday? Lame. Dance. Christina. No more crying. My voice will bring me a hanky. Hanky? Wait. Why there's no sound? Oh, I'm on my bed. I should be sleeping. No, you can't. You can't. It's too late for you to sleep. Should be awake. You should know. Yes, that's Saturday. Zoe, what? Yes. What? What did I do? Yeah? Tidak apa itu kakak pergi turun dari tadi? Si Pinky kan di bawah. Jap. Jap. Give me a second, y'all. Everyone hurts, everyone cries. Give me 2 minutes.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully. Got to keep dancing when the lights go out. Gonna keep dancing when the lights go out. Hold tight.
Everyday life.
Hold tight.
Wait.
Everyday life. Good side. Daddy, are you out there? Daddy, what you gonna do? Daddy, do you care? Is there what you wanna say? Your heart to need you out there. Daddy, if you're out there.
Okay.
It's so
This song can make me cry because it's about father. And this coming 16th of December will be my father's 10 years pass away. I mean, like, not anniversary. Salam. Kuna ano, like, ano, dapat na ano sudah dia pusing. Lepas kali dia punya itu kan? Iya.
Ada bunyi gitu.
Iya, dia anu, dia punya putar ndak anu. Guys, I have to go. I talk to you guys on Monday. I'm not gonna be around tomorrow because I will be sleeping at my grandma's house. But we'll see first, okay? Because I'm gonna going back home tomorrow too. Talk y'all later. No, on Monday. Bye y'all. Thanks for 11 likes, y'all. Thanks for my moderator, Chantel and P. Naka.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.